Atlantic Business Magazine proudly presents the 23rd Annual Top 50 CEO Awards. Live from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, our host, the co-owner and executive editor of Atlantic Business Magazine, Dawn Chafe.
Welcome to Atlantic Business Magazine's 23rd Annual Top 50 CEO Awards. And I'm so happy to be here with you, celebrating Atlantic Canadian corporate leadership excellence. We have such an exciting program lined up for you. 50 incredible CEOs, 24 first-time award winners, 5 Hall of Fame inductions, Innovator of the Year, CEO of the Year, some surprise announcements, special guests, and to paraphrase one of those guests, this is gonna be wicked. So much has changed over the past year, including this awards program. For the very first time in our 23-year history, this keyboard warrior is stepping out from behind the screen to take center stage. I'm not sure how this is going to go without the safety of a backspace. So, there will be some stumbles, and possibly some of the lamest mom humor you've ever heard. This is no Hugh Jackman 2009 Oscar opening number, but just like this year's award winners and the way they've thrived during the pandemic, we're going to bounce back and keep going. That's what top 50 CEOs do. They constantly, consistently grow their companies, advance their industries, and give back to their communities. But before we start announcing the winners and giving them the recognition they deserve, I'm going to ask my colleague, my co-owner, and executive director of sales, Tonya Sheridan, to say a few words.
Thanks so much, Dawn, and good evening, everyone. So much has changed since our pre-pandemic awards programs. For the first 21 years of the Top 50 CEO Awards, we hosted 700-person red carpet galas. While we've made the most of our virtual transition, including this free online event with unlimited audience potential, we miss the face-to-face interactions. To quote one of tonight's award winners, some of the most creative ideas emerged through unplanned encounters. COVID permitting and the universe allowing, we will get back to that format in 2022. In the meantime, we are immensely grateful for one thing that has not changed, and that's the generous support of our corporate sponsors. Awards programs like this come at a substantial cost, and we literally could not do it without them. So please, let's take a moment to recognize our presenting sponsors. Leading Canadian accounting and advisory firm, Grant Thornton. TD, the bank that's committed to helping you achieve your business goals. And Miko Group's Harvest Wines and Spirits, offering Nova Scotia customers a curated range of exclusive products from around the world. Thanks as well to Atlantic Canada's largest full-service law firm and official sponsor of our 2021 Innovator of the Year Award, Stuart McKelvey. And our supporting sponsors, the Atlantic Chamber of Commerce, the largest and most influential business association in Atlantic Canada, and Maritime Paper, a family-owned maritime paper company since 1931. Our most heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you.
We have a great team at Maritime Paper. We work very closely with the various shipping lines that service through the Port of Halifax.
It doesn't matter what location you call, whether it be Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Moncton, New Brunswick, or St. John's, Newfoundland. If you're a customer that's calling to order 500 boxes or 25,000 boxes, you're going to receive the same level of service.
We invest heavily in the latest and greatest technology to make sure that we are positioned to be the best company and the best choice for our customers.
For those who are wondering how the top 50 are chosen, award winners are nominated through our website, and you can see that website at the bottom of your screen. Each nominee submits a detailed information form, which is sent to the judges for review, based on their organization growth, industry leadership, management, and community involvement. Awards are presented across 5 categories and will be announced in alphabetical order. So for you at home in the viewing audience, you'll see a sponsor doing a virtual award presentation and then the recipient accepting their award. Moving on with the program, our first category, Crown Corporations and Post-Secondary Institutions. Our first award winner of the program, Ala Abdelaziz, President and Vice Chancellor, University of Prince Edward Island. A 4-time Top 50 CEO, President Abdelaziz continues to be a catalyst driving new program development, making UPEI a leader in higher education. With his strategic guidance, UPEI has achieved its highest enrollment ever, and the UPEI Cairo campus has graduated its first class of MBA students. Jennifer Angel, she is the President and CEO of Develop Nova Scotia. Ms. Angel leads a team that develops places in Nova Scotia that people love. Her work includes real estate, infrastructure and program development, planning, and design. She connects public and private sector interests and common purpose decision-making. Jennifer has helped make Nova Scotia's most visited destinations by land and sea. She has helped shape them and thus earned her place as a Top 50 CEO. Laurel Broughton. As President and CEO of Nova Scotia Business Inc. since 2015, Laurel Broughton has led the transformation of her province's key economic development agency, attracting over 90 investments, increasing average export sales and the number of exporters, approving over 250 film funding commitments, and working with 160 businesses of diversity. Karen McGraw. Karen is the President and CEO of Horizon Health Network in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Ms. McGraw has balanced a $1.2 billion budget while instilling and sustaining her vision for safe and quality patient and client care. She takes great pride in engaging with all levels of the organization and the communities they serve. Ms. McGraw is a visible leader and vocal champion for Horizon Health Network. Congratulations, and just look at that video. You've got some of your staff there with you. Ms. McGraw is the largest employer among this year's Top 50 CEOs. Congratulations. Paul Young. Paul is Administrator of Community Hospitals West with Health PEI. He is a leader of transformational change through rapid innovation system design. He has deployed several first-in-Canada innovations to overcome systemic issues facing healthcare within his region. His work has positively impacted healthcare across Canada and around the world, earning him national and international awards. Tonight, he adds one more to that collection. Congratulations, Paul Young. Now, I noted in my introduction that we were going to see some special guests throughout this program. Here's one of them, offering some words of support and encouragement during these troubled times. The person behind the Moncton miracle, the former Premier of New Brunswick, Frank McKenna.
Truthfully, every CEO this year in Atlantic Canada could be named CEO of the Year because it's been a story of great adversity and great resilience. But you know, I believe that adversity is a character builder. And our Atlantic business, quite frankly, across the board, earned a PhD in character this year. But better days are coming. We're turning the corner. We're galloping towards herd immunity. There's lots of pent-up demand. That's all good news. And the pandemic has revealed for all the world to see the extraordinary advantages that Atlantic Canada has as a place to live and a place to work. So we're making the pivot, and we're headed into the open. Our businesses are resilient, and we're like the barnacles on the rock. Here in Atlantic Canada, we know how to survive.
When I was a kid, I always thought I would take over the family business. You know, follow in Mom's footsteps. But ever since Gina from TD Business Banking came into the picture, it's like I don't even exist. Hello. And sure, her advice is like spot on. I mean, I had no idea you could restructure a commercial mortgage to finance your new product line. But if her advice is so good, why don't you just adopt her, Mom?
Business banking's so personalized, it feels like family. TD, ready to help you move forward.
Moving on to our next award category, Nonprofit, Not-for-Profit Industry Association. Our first award winner in this category, continuing on with the alphabetical theme, Dove Berkovicki. Dove is president and CEO of the Discovery Center and Discovery Center International. This 3-time Top 50 CEO Award winner's visionary leadership has raised over $50 million to design, build, and operate Atlantic Canada's largest science centre. The Discovery Centre is now recognized internationally as the ideal model for science museums with annual visitation and fundraising at 3 times previous levels. And that, my friends, is what you call a chain reaction. Well done, Dove Berkovicki. Mark Bradbury. Mark is CEO of Easter Seals, Newfoundland and Labrador. From the hugely popular Easter Seals luxury cabin lottery to building the largest accessible and inclusive park and playground in Atlantic Canada, Mark is definitely making a mark. Under his leadership since 2015, Easter Seals NL annual revenue has grown from $994,000 to approximately $3.5 million and is considered one of the most successful chapters in the country. Cynthia Carroll. Cynthia is Executive Director of Autism Nova Scotia. Since her appointment in 2008, Cynthia has led Autism Nova Scotia to be recognized as a national leader in providing social, educational, and employment supports for people on the autism spectrum and their families. Today, Autism Nova Scotia is the largest community-based autism organization in Atlantic Canada. Anne-Marie Gammon. Anne-Marie is the inaugural president and CEO of CPA Atlantic School of Business. Since 2014, she has successfully led her team through the school's transition from the unification of the accounting profession to the delivery of a world-class chartered professional accounting program right here in the Atlantic region. And that is leadership you can count on. See, there's that mom humor I talked about. Count on, you get that? Okay, next up, Jeffrey Hamilton. Commissionaires Nova Scotia is an organization that creates employment for veterans. As its CEO, Jeffrey Hamilton has driven a bottom-up organizational transformation that places this 83-year-old not-for-profit on firm financial footing. He has introduced comprehensive medical benefits, annual employee pay increases that are above inflation, and the very first significant surplus in over a decade. And that's despite COVID-19. Bernard Lord. He is the CEO of Medavie in Moncton, New Brunswick. An advocate for healthcare and a champion for change, he is driven by a strong purpose and the desire to make things better, both for today and for the next generation. Bernard Lord loves to take on big challenges. He loves to motivate and inspire and to get results. He is a team builder, a deeply proud Canadian, maritimer, husband, and father. Kendra McDonald, CEO of Canada's Ocean Supercluster. In just 2 years, she has grown Canada's Ocean Supercluster from the ground up. With 360 members and a team of 20 across Atlantic Canada, she has led the approval of more than 45 game-changing projects with a total value of more than $200 million. So how are things going with that Ocean Supercluster? I'd say they're going just swimmingly. Elizabeth Murphy, CEO of Nova Scotia SPCA. This first-time Top 50 CEO Award winner has leveraged partnerships, social enterprise, and charity to grow the Nova Scotia SPCA by nearly 1,000% since 2014. Under her leadership, the known audience of the SPCA animal welfare message is nearly 1/3 of all Nova Scotian households. Michelle Sims, President and CEO of Genesis Group in St. John's, Newfoundland. Since 2016, Michelle has realigned Genesis operations and programming to help build amazing companies. She has led the organization in its renewed focus on strategic thinking and strategic execution. The results are a staff and client base that has tripled in size, with a budget approximately 30% larger and 4 new or expanded programs. Well done, Michelle. Resilience has been key to the survival of many businesses this past year. No one knows more about resilience than Olympians. Please welcome Prince Edward Island Olympian Heather Moyes.
Hello everyone, Heather Moyes here, wanting to congratulate all of this year's award recipients. This award celebrates corporate leadership excellence right here in Atlantic Canada. And I love that this award represents not only being committed to growing your companies and advancing your industry, but also giving back to your communities. Especially with what the world has been faced with this past year, I mean, a global pandemic that has literally turned businesses and lives upside down. It is fitting that this year's theme is resilience. But facing challenges is not foreign to Atlantic Canadians. I mean, we know what it means to be resilient. We know what it means to survive. Facing big challenges successfully requires perspective, being faced with a problem or a setback and choosing to see that as a challenge, and then choosing to embrace that challenge as an opportunity instead of as an obstacle. An opportunity to push yourself, to be creative, to think outside the box, to discover what you and your business are truly capable of. This has not been an easy time for people, and good leadership has been more important than ever. My definition of a leader is someone who lives their life in a way that inspires others, who runs their business in a way that inspires others. It is not what you accomplish that makes you a leader. It is how you pursue it that inspires other people. So thank you so much for being a leader to so many people, and congratulations again on receiving these well-deserved honors. Stay safe, everyone.
Before we move on to the next award category, I'd just like to add that Heather has very generously offered viewers of this program a 25% discount on her book, Redefining Realistic. And you can see all the information, including the code to get your discount, right here at the bottom of the screen.
Congratulations to the top 50 CEOs for their incredible contributions to our communities. To run successful businesses while helping others truly makes them exceptional leaders.
Located in 14 communities and employing over 28,000 people, these CEOs are empowering Atlantic Canadians and supporting our local economy while also conducting business across 6 continents.
On top of that, they're facilitating real and lasting change with cash and in-kind donations to charities across the region, supporting initiatives that positively impact thousands of lives.
And in the face of a global pandemic that saw many businesses close, they relied on their knowledge and instincts to persevere and create opportunities that will collectively move the Canadian economy forward, despite all odds.
We're honored to show our gratitude to these influential business leaders who are committed to making our communities and world a better place.
Thank you and congratulations to these influential business leaders.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to our next award category, for-profit with 1 to 50 employees. Mitch Cobb. Mitch is the CEO of Upstreet Craft Brewing. This is PEI's first B Corp company, and he believes business can be a force for good. With a mission to refresh the community, Upstreet has grown into a diverse company with breweries in Charlottetown and Dartmouth. He also has 3 tap rooms, lines of vodka seltzers, craft sodas, non-alcoholic beer, and of course, craft beer, with distribution throughout Canada. Weekends everywhere say thank you and congratulations, Mitch Cobb. Philip Curley, CEO of Hotspot Parking Inc. He started Hotspot when he was 21 years old. Today, at the ripe old age of 28, he has grown it into a national leader in mobile transportation solutions. From its headquarters in Fredericton, New Brunswick, Hotspot's 20-person staff supports thousands of users across the country. His 2021 goal is to have 100 government clients across Canada. Saeed El Darahali, President and CEO, Simplycast Interactive Marketing Limited. Saeed has been in the corporate arena for over a decade. With his all-in-one marketing platform, he has helped numerous companies automate their marketing strategies. A mentor and goodwill ambassador, Saeed actively contributes to the socio-cultural development of Atlantic Canada. Gord Gamble, President and CEO of Iron Dog Mechanical Service, Inc. Under Gord's guidance, this mechanical contracting company has tripled in staff size and revenues in just 4 years. They've done it by increasing service offerings, focusing on commercial industrial markets, and expanding throughout the Maritimes. Justin Goshen. He is the CEO and director of Yellow Cab G-Corp. Justin is making significant investments in both the transportation and real estate sectors of Nova Scotia. His unique portfolio is diverse and very fast-growing. Before the end of this year, his company will provide transportation services to over 500,000 Nova Scotians and manage a combined $36 million in assets. Bill Hennessy. Bill is the managing director of Colliers International in New Brunswick and Newfoundland and Labrador. A former gaming sector guru, his launch of Platinum Atlantic Realty was so successful that he was asked to represent Colliers International in both New Brunswick and Newfoundland and Labrador. His growing portfolio also includes an 8-story residential commercial complex, as well as Canvas, the first Hilton Tapestry Collection hotel in Canada. Joe Hickey. Joe is the founder, president, and CEO of Rock Networks Incorporated. Joe is on a mission to provide consumers with innovative wireless and broadband technology solutions. With operations in Nova Scotia and Newfoundland and Labrador, Rock Networks is ranked 23rd overall and number 1 in telecom on Canadian Business's 2020 growth list of fastest growing companies. Adam Keating and Jeremy Andrews. They are the co-founders of Colab. After Adam and Jeremy helped pioneer early Hyperloop technology, they started Colab in 2017 to help engineering teams design better products faster. Since April 2020, the Colab team has grown 75%. Recurring revenue has quadrupled, and customers have used Colab to shorten review cycles by more than 51%. Dallas Mercer. The founder and CEO of Dallas Mercer Consulting, Dallas's tenacity and determination are unstoppable. She has grown DMC by 196% in a recent 3-year strategy to double its revenue by 2020. Dallas was Atlantic Canada's winner of the Canada Innovation and Entrepreneur Award for Women in 2020. And of course, she is a top 50 CEO here again this evening. Congratulations, Dallas. Greg Poirier. As CEO of Cloud Kettle, Greg has built a niche consultancy specializing in the platforms that power sales and marketing for publicly traded companies like Slack, Bell, Expedia. Cloud Kettle's work in the Salesforce and Google ecosystems helps their clients nurture and close billions in sales and renewals each year. Jenny Smith. Jenny is the President and Executive Creative Director of Ray. She is building one of the hottest, most award-winning ad agencies in Atlantic Canada. Under her leadership, Ray has skyrocketed into a full-service 18-person shop and in 2020 was named one of the 400 top growing companies in Canada, according to the Globe and Mail's report on business. Not surprisingly, this is not Jenny's first top 50 win. Congratulations on your continued success. Amit Vermani, founder and CEO of Navico Power Inc. in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Before creating Navico in 2016, Amit saw a deep need for cost-effective clean energy solutions. Since then, he and his team are making an impact locally while expanding to outside markets. Navico's goal is to be Atlantic Canada's next billion-dollar company. Greg White. Greg is a partner with Integrated Staffing Limited. As one of 2 partners at this company, this first-time Top 50 CEO has grown Integrated Staffing into a leader in the recruitment industry. Established in 2013 and built from the ground up, Greg supports operations throughout Atlantic Canada while achieving an average 27% revenue growth each year. Well done. Please join me in welcoming our next guest, the Honourable Dr. May-Ann Francis, former Lieutenant Governor, Nova Scotia.
I would like to acknowledge our presence in the Mi'kmaq, the ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people. I also want to acknowledge my ancestors and all those warriors who fought for justice and equality. I stand on their shoulders. It is my pleasure to make this virtual guest appearance at the Atlantic Business Magazine's Top 50 CEO Awards to celebrate Atlantic Canadian corporate leadership excellence. When I was invited by Atlantic Business Magazine to briefly speak to you this evening, I was surprised and deeply moved. I thank you for this opportunity, and I commend you for hosting these virtual awards during these challenging times. Your theme of this year's award is very appropriate for today's climate. For all of us to move forward, whether it's as an individual, business, or government, we must be resilient and we must always be hopeful. COVID-19 and the murder of George Floyd in May 2020 brought attention in the United States, Canada, and around the world for the impact of systemic discrimination against African Canadians and African Americans, past and present. Systemic discrimination is also alive and well against Indigenous peoples. COVID-19 has raised conversations about how the elderly are treated in our province and our country. This pandemic has also raised questions about equity, justice, gender inequality, the homeless, mental health, healthcare, and of course, our economy. Today's leadership, whether in education, government, or private industry, or in your own home, must recognize the injustice in our society and begin the process of positive change now, not tomorrow. Business leaders as well as society must do our best to build our economy, because I believe building our economy can play a very important role in fighting systemic discrimination. When building our economy, we must knock down the barriers that prevent equity groups from playing a role in helping to build and strengthen our economy, because building our economy helps our communities to grow. Here we are this evening, recognizing those business leaders who are demonstrating resilience and hope and a determination during these arduous times. My sincere congratulations, because your dedication and your determination to build our economy through your business gives communities hope as we move forward to what is our new normal. My message to everyone is not to allow this pandemic or the other many challenges of inequity and exclusion stop us from being creative. Do not lose hope or faith when it comes to change for the betterment of our society. Let us reach out and do our best to help others. Let us demonstrate love, understanding, and compassion. Once again, awardees, congratulations and thank you for your resilience and commitment to your communities, and also in believing and staying hopeful. Thank you.
May-Ann's message is a perfect segue for an exciting announcement. Atlantic Business Magazine has proudly partnered with Atlantic Canada's post-secondary business schools through the Promise Scholars Program. Led by Dalhousie and involving all university business schools in the region, it builds supports to ensure more Black and Indigenous students apply, are admitted, and graduate from our schools. If our classrooms and boardrooms include representation from across our diverse community, then our businesses and organizations will become stronger and more sustainable. We invite all top 50 CEOs, past and present, as well as other progressive business leaders across the region to join us in this initiative. You can find more information on our website, or you can contact me directly. Together, we can accelerate the change. Continuing on with our awards program, we're moving on to the for-profit companies with 51 to 250 employees. Our first award winner in this category is Charlene Brophy. Charlene is president and CEO of PhoneMed, an international telemedicine company. Charlene realizes leadership is more than spreadsheets and numbers. It is about partnering with and connecting to communities. Her open and transparent leadership style has returned an 89% revenue growth over the past 3 years, serving 15 million individuals worldwide. Michael Critch. Michael is president of the NSB Omega group of companies. He acquired NSB Energy, a small engineering company, in 2012, and has since expanded to a group of 9 companies operating globally with annual revenue in excess of over $50 million. NSB Omega remains proudly headquartered in St. John's, Newfoundland. Blair and Rosalind Hislop. Blair and Rosalind are the co-CEOs of Mrs. Dunster's Bakery. The company's fresh baked goods are delivered to 800 customers in the Maritimes and Maine twice a week. Having tripled the size of the business, this dynamic duo recently opened a new 40,000 square foot bakery in Moncton, and it is the first bakery of its size built in Atlantic Canada in 20 years. Congratulations to Blair and Rosalind. Robert Kiley. Robert is president and general manager of Environmental Organics Incorporated. This is Canada's largest private compost and organic residuals management company. In 10 years, he has grown his business to $30 million in revenue and more than 140 employees. He has even established a U.S. company to facilitate their export growth. Michael Leonard. Michael is president and CEO of Atlantic Central and League Savings and Mortgage Company. This 3-time Top 50 CEO provides strategic leadership to 47 credit unions in the 4 Atlantic provinces. Collectively, these credit unions have $7 billion in assets and serve 300,000 Atlantic Canadians. Keith McIntosh. Keith is CEO of PQA Testing, as well as the founder and CEO of Plato Testing. And Keith is ultimately in the business of software testing. From his home province of New Brunswick, he has grown PQA Testing into a multi-million-dollar organization with more than 150 employees. Plato Testing is the world's first Indigenous-led and staffed software testing company. It has injected more than $8 million into the Indigenous economy and created a lasting impact in more than 50 communities across Canada. Dean Shea, he is the owner and president of Shea Group. At 39 years old, Dean has grown 7 diverse companies from the ground up. He's done it through a mixture of discipline, execution, and a commitment to excellence. In 2020, the Shea Group of companies increased revenue year over year by 28% and successfully expanded one of their divisions into Central Canada and multinationally as well. Trevor Spinney, he is the president of Charlottetown Metal Products Limited. Trevor has led this manufacturer of food processing equipment through 2 ownership changes since 2017. He has also brought significant change in corporate culture, increased staff to 135 employees, increased revenues by 47%, and completed a 50,000 square foot expansion, all while safely navigating the COVID-19 pandemic. Michael Stack. Michael is the CEO of Archway Insurance, and he has guided the growth of his family's Atlantic Canada-based insurance brokerage from $15 million in annual sales to well over $150 million in annual sales today. Archway is now one of Atlantic Canada's largest and most progressive insurance brokerages. Patsy Tremblett. Patsy is the president and CEO of Prima Group of Companies. Patsy has grown this very diverse group into a multi-million-dollar corporations, plural, employing nearly 200 employees. From this group, Prima Information Solutions in particular has been doing business globally for several years, all while still proudly headquartered in St. John's. Gilles Volpe, Vice President and General Manager of Liberty in New Brunswick. Gilles has successfully led this natural gas distribution utility through its strongest growth in 7 years, as well as reducing the total cost of natural gas for its customers by a remarkable 35% since 2014. Pat Whalen is our next award winner. He is the chairman and CEO of Luminultra Technologies Limited. Pat's passion and leadership have transformed Luminultra from a small startup to Canada's national champion, and the international leader in comprehensive biosafety monitoring for environments, industries, and individuals. From its head office in Fredericton, Lumen Ultra operates in 6 countries and has had an astounding, I just had to pause for a second, astounding 1,000% revenue growth over the past 3 years. That's absolutely amazing. Congratulations. Scott Williams. Scott is CEO of Rocket. Opening for business in 2005, Rocket, which was formerly known as Taylor Printing Group, was the first startup in their industry in over 25 years. They have grown from a small local company with production facilities in 2 provinces to having clients across North America. Scott's eyes are set on continued growth through strategic acquisitions. And just look at you guys. Love your signs, printing people. You know how to do it right. Well done. One of the things that's really helped a lot of people get through this pandemic is music. It uplifts and inspires, it speaks to our soul. Someone who speaks that language with particular eloquence is award-winning Celtic fiddling legend Natalie McMaster.
Hello to everyone, and thank you for tapping into my world for a few moments. I was asked to speak just briefly on resilience. And what a time to practice resilience during this pandemic. And certainly, I imagine for the rest of you, if you're anything like myself, you've gone through periods of, oh wow, what a great opportunity to get some stuff done. And oh my gosh, is this ever going to end? And oh my gosh, I'm scared. I fear for my family. Oh my gosh, like what's happening in our world? Everybody's gone nuts and everything's going crazy and all these different thoughts. When it comes right down to it, here we are. We still have, our ability to be involved with this ceremony. You obviously are a very talented group of people who have, braved the storms in the past. And when I look at history, and I think of where we are at, there's certainly been much worse storms that our ancestors have braved, and we will brave this as well too. I hope you use your time wisely, and I still hope you stay resilient and hopeful and keep your will strong for good things to come as we brave the storm. So I'm going to play a little tune for you. It's called Hector the Hero, and it's an old Scottish tune. I'm just going to play a few seconds of it, but to me it's a sentiment that when I hear the tune, I hear hope, I hear sadness, I hear hardship, and I hear a new horizon, or I can feel this something good out on the horizon when I hear this melody. And with the title Hector the Hero, to me there is a heroic flavor in it. So may you be your own little hero.
When I was a kid, I always thought I would take over the family business. Follow in Mom's footsteps. But ever since Gina from TD Business Banking came into the picture, it's like I don't even exist.
Hello.
And sure, her advice is like spot on. I mean, I had no idea you could restructure a commercial mortgage to finance your new product line. But if her advice is so good, why don't you just adopt her, Mom?
Business banking so personalized, it feels like family. TD, ready to help you move forward.
Good evening. It's my distinct honor to have the opportunity to congratulate the top 50 CEOs. TD has been a proud sponsor of this event for over a decade. We believe that Canadian business and entrepreneurs are the backbone of Canada's economy, and therefore our sponsorship of this event aligns perfectly with our mandate to foster not only growth, but innovation in the communities across our great nation. As the top 50 CEOs, you have all exemplified resilience and have set the benchmark, if not the standard, for excellence. You're an inspiration for all businesses who seek to be amongst the best in Canada. Congratulations and thank you.
Moving on to our final award category, for-profit companies with 250 or more employees. And our first award winner is Scott Balfour. As president and CEO of Emera, Scott is heading its growth and transformation to a lower carbon future. Under his leadership, the Emera team is united in a vision to achieve net zero CO2 emissions by 2050, while continuing to safely deliver the cleaner, affordable, and reliable energy customers count on. My thoughts on that? Sounds like it's absolutely electrifying. Mom humor. Justin Barker. Justin is president of Bruce Automotive Group. A people, community, and industry builder, Justin has spent the last 2 decades focused on diversification and growth, achieving double-digit revenue gains. For his 250-person team, he creates space for opportunity, risk, and innovation. He is celebrated for motivating teams, most notably through digitizing his business and several key acquisitions. Lydia Bugden. She is the CEO and managing partner of Stewart McKelvey. As the first female CEO of a major law firm in Atlantic Canada, Lydia is leading Stewart McKelvey at a pivotal time in the legal profession. Proud of its history yet forward-focused, Stewart McKelvey is investing in human capital and innovation to reshape its future. Bill Doherty. As CEO of Day & Ross, Bill is leading Day & Ross on an aggressive growth plan that builds on the company's impressive 70-year history while maintaining their roots in Heartland, New Brunswick. Recent strategies and investments in new technology are transforming how they operate and serve their customers. Greg Engel. Greg is CEO of Organigram Inc., one of Canada's leading publicly traded licensed producers of cannabis. Since being appointed CEO in March 2017, Greg has led the company's growth from gross revenue of $7.4 million to $103.4 million in 2020, including establishing significant international partnerships. Laurie Kennedy. Laurie is co-founder and owner of Louisburg Seafoods. From humble beginnings in 1984, Louisburg Seafoods has grown from a small marine services company to one of Atlantic Canada's largest privately held seafood producers. This success, says Laurie, is due largely to her highly skilled and dedicated team. Their sense of ownership and respect for the ocean and marine environment makes our product the industry standard. Kevin Kiley. Kevin is managing partner of McInnes Cooper, where he has transformed and is continuing to transition a traditional law firm into a people-first advisory firm. Kevin's focus on people has resulted in a highly engaged workforce, year-over-year revenue growth, and the introduction of an affiliate advisory firm, MC Advisory. And he's doing all of this amidst a global pandemic. Chad Mann, CEO of Amalgamated Dairies Limited. A strong promoter of innovation and how it supports PEI and Atlantic Canadian businesses, Chad is an ambassador for sustainable agriculture and agri-food processing models to service future consumer demands. His primary objective has been building financially strong organizations to service national and international markets. All of this from PEI. Well done. Congratulations, Chad Mann. Robert Moreau. Robert is CEO of Uni Financial Corporation. Since 2017, Robert has led this organization onto a significant growth trajectory. Over the last 3 years, Uni has seen its business volume increase by 14%, its off-balance sheet arrangements by 70%, and profitability increased by 45%. Congratulations. And here we are with our final Top 50 CEO, Vivek Sood. Vivek is the Executive Vice President, Related Businesses with Sobeys Inc. Vivek has led the transition of Sobeys' related business portfolio from regionally focused operations to large national business units while continuing to deliver growth. Vivek is also a member of Sobeys' Executive Committee and chairs Sobeys' Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Council. Well done, Vivek, And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our 2021 Top 50 CEOs. Thank you so much for giving us so much to celebrate during these troubled times. Our next guest is one of Atlantic Canada's most popular and prolific entertainers. He makes a life and a living performing to sold-out crowds across Canada and around the world. And while he hasn't spent this much time off stage since he was 10 years old, he has not been idle. During the past year, he has volunteered his talents for numerous virtual suppertime sing-alongs, raising thousands of dollars for a $1 a Day foundation. A $1 a Day is a mental health charitable initiative he co-founded with, and it's worth noting, 2 Atlantic Business Magazine Top 50 CEO Hall of Famers, Brendan Paddock and the current Premier of Newfoundland and Labrador, Andrew Furey. Volunteering with a $1 a Day is just one of the ways this guest has been keeping busy. Here to tell us what he's been up to, Alan Doyle.
A wise man once said, "When you can't do what you do what you can." And that's exactly what I've been doing and so many of my friends in the music business. And I think the best among us, like yourselves and the whole Top 50 CEO gang, are people who pivot and move and roll with the punches. And when you can't do what you normally do, will you do what you can? And then when the green light goes back on, we'll all be ready and more prepared for not only the stuff that we used to know how to do, but all the new stuff we did. And I learned how to do a few new things over the last year and a bit. I wrote a musical for the Charlottetown Festival. Geez, I'm even learning how to tap dance, for God's sake. So look out. I think it's great words to take with us. When you can't do what you do what you can. And that message was brought to us from the same man who also brought us, oh, we're halfway there. Yeah, we're living on a prayer. John Bon Jovi, words of wisdom. Congratulations, everybody.
You know what changes? Everything. Times change. Technology changes. People change. Sometimes it seems overnight. You can resist it. You can adapt to it. But you can't ignore it. Our thinking is to lead it by changing the way we work, changing the way expectations are met, leading clients and the practice of law forward. You know what that changes? Everything.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Christine Pound, and I'm a partner at Stewart McKelvey. I'm here with my partner, Deanne McLeod, our lovely colleagues, including our wonderful CEO, Lydia Bugden, who is one of the top 50 CEOs being honored tonight.
We're excited to celebrate Lydia and everyone being honored this evening by Atlantic Business Magazine, including the winner of the Stewart McKelvey Innovation Award. We hope everyone has a wonderful night, and congratulations to all the winners.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Our next 5 awards go out to the Hall of Fame inductees. As I announce each inductee, we'll get their reactions to what it means being a 5-time award winner. And this first inductee should have received his award last year, but somehow we overlooked him. And actually, was me. Because when you mess up, you have to fess up. And it was me. I miscounted the number of awards he'd won. So really sorry about that. Here to finally receive his Hall of Fame award, the president of Supplement King Canada, based in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Roger King.
Hello. I'm so honored to be presented with this Hall of Fame award. It means so much to me and the team that I work with every day, who have truly become a second family. Never more evident than after a year like 2020. Everybody here is so committed to everything that we do, supporting our operators and our clients through one of the most difficult times in recent memory. And it really makes me feel very thankful and very blessed. And at home, I'm thankful for my wife Lindsay, and my mom and dad, and my parents-in-law for the support they bring. Nothing like this could be possible without everybody. Thank you.
Next up, the co-CEO of Mrs. Dunster's Bakery, being inducted into our Top 50 CEO Hall of Fame, Blair Hisla.
What an honor it is to be inducted into the Atlantic Business Magazine Top 50 CEO Hall of Fame. This award recognizes the significant contributions of our employees, our distributors, our customers, and our vendors. I'd like to make a special shout out to my colleagues in the Wallace McCain Institute and to our children who have supported us on this entrepreneurial journey. None of this would have been possible without the support of my business partner, life partner, my wife, my co-CEO, and co-winner of this year's Top 50 CEO Award, Rosalind. Thank you.
Our next 5-time award winner, Charlene Brophy, CEO of PhoneMed. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, Charlene.
I'm truly honored to receive this award. I always thought I'd be in a Hall of Fame one day, but figured it was going to be for my hopscotch abilities or something equally similar. But in all seriousness, thank you, Atlantic Business Magazine. I truly appreciate this recognition and I'm humbled by it, not only because of the recognition for me as a leader, but mostly because of the team that supports me, and it's because of their success that I've been successful. Thank you once again.
Also entering the Hall of Fame this year, the President and CEO of Dallas Mercer Consulting, Dallas Mercer.
Wow, what an honor to be inducted into the Atlantic Canadian Business Magazine Top 50 CEO Hall of Fame. I'm humbled to be among these dedicated Atlantic Canadian business leaders. First of all, I'd like to recognize Atlantic Business Magazine for your unwavering support of Atlantic Canada and its business leaders. Thank you to my husband Pete, who's been so supportive these last 19 years on this entrepreneurial journey, and thank you to our son Max for putting up with us talking about work all the time. The biggest thank you is to my staff. It's because of them that I am here this evening. Stay tuned, there's lots more to come from DMC. I'm not finished yet.
The final Hall of Fame inductee for 2021 is the Chairman and CEO of Lumen Ultra Technologies Limited, Pat Whalen.
It's an honor to receive the Top 50 CEO Hall of Fame Award and a testament to the hard work and dedication of the team at Lumen Ultra. Their tireless commitment and innovative spirit is at the core of our successes, both past and present, and in no year was that more evident than 2020. I'd like to thank Atlantic Business Magazine for the honor. We're proud to be headquartered in Atlantic Canada, which has proven to be a land of opportunity for us to establish and grow our international business. Our journey over the past 26 years has been an exciting one, and I look forward to seeing what comes next. Thank you.
These last 2 awards are surprise announcements. And when I say it's a surprise, I mean no one knows who it is. And that includes the winners. They're going to find out when we announce their names. And then we're going to go to them live for their immediate, unfiltered reaction. So I'm going to turn things over now. Atlantic Business Magazine's 2021 Innovator of the Year Award is going to be announced by Stuart McKelvey's Chief Innovation Officer and Partner, Paul Saunders.
Innovation, daring to be different, thinking forward, embracing change, solving problems. At Stuart McKelvey, innovation is at the heart of our client relationships, and why we are particularly proud to present the 2021 Innovator of the Year Award. This year's winner is a champion of creative disruption. Their business model is literally a definition of active innovation. Founded through pioneering work on early Hyperloop technology, this company identified a problem and created not just a solution, but an entirely new product. They founded an industry, creating first-to-market collaborative tools, helping engineers around the world build a better future faster. In the past 3 years alone, this company has grown an astounding 269%, and they're just getting started. Not just in terms of their own company, this award winner is already actively mentoring the next generation of innovators. 2021 Stuart McKelvey Innovator of the Year, or more accurately, the Innovators of the Year, from St. John's, Newfoundland, the co-founders of CoLab, Adam Keating and Jeremy Andrews. Congratulations.
It's amazing. We're super excited to be here and want to say a major congratulations to all the winners this year. I mean, just being here is awesome, but this has been quite a year for everybody. So to Atlantic Business Magazine, thank you so much for making this work virtually. It's been pretty cool to kind of be a part of all of this, but more importantly for us, we've been surrounded by an amazing group of people to get where we are today. So we just want to thank our team, our investors, our customers, and I would say at this point, our family and friends have probably been the core of that support over the last 12 months. So thank you very much.
Yeah, I think about all the amazing innovators across Atlantic Canada. It makes me feel very proud and humbled to be winning this award. So thank you, Atlantic Business Magazine, and congrats to all the award winners here tonight.
And on to the next winners for the next few years, and lots more to come in Atlantic Canada.
Congratulations, Adam and Jeremy. Not just incredible innovators, but incredibly inspiring business leaders. If you'd like to learn more about their story, you'll find an extended feature profile of them in our latest issue, available in stores and online at atlanticbusinessmagazine.com. Our next and final award, CEO of the Year. And this is going to be announced by my colleague, co-owner, and friend, Tonya Sheridan.
The CEO of the Year award is presented to the top 50 CEO who received the highest score across all judging categories. They are corporate growth, industry leadership, and community involvement. This year's award winner leads a multi-billion-dollar company in an industry that's undergoing one of the most significant transitions of our times. During the 10 years he has been with this company, he has maintained a record of exceptional corporate governance, strengthening commitments to board diversity and independence. Together with his 7,000 employees, he is dedicated to creating value for their customers, investors, and communities. In 2016, they completed a $10.4 billion acquisition that was, at the time, one of Canada's largest ever cross-border merger and acquisition transactions. In 2020, they donated more than $6 million to those impacted by the pandemic. While his proudest role and accomplishment is being a husband and father, his organization's progress on climate commitments is a close second. The energy utility he leads has already reduced their CO2 emissions by 36% since 2005, and they're on track for a 55% reduction by 2025. Their vision is to be net zero by 2050. Atlantic Business Magazine is proud to announce the 2021 CEO of the Year, the President and CEO of Emera, Mr. Scott Balfour. Congratulations.
Wow. Okay. Look, really grateful for this recognition, and I have to say, first of all, congratulations to everyone of the top 50. What an amazing group of leaders that are really helping to drive growth across the region. I know this sounds unavoidably cliche, but this is really a recognition for the team. The truth is, at Emera, certainly the successes and achievements at Emera are far more driven by the team than they are for me. Thank you to Atlantic Business Magazine. What makes this award special, truthfully, is it's from here. And, Atlantic Canada, as we know, is a great place to grow a business. We're so proud to call this home. And frankly, especially over the last year, which has been so challenging for all of us. We're so pleased to be part of this community. So on behalf of all of Emera's employees across the U.S., the Caribbean, and particularly those here in Atlantic Canada, thank you for recognizing Emera in this way.
Congratulations, Scott Balfour. Incredible accomplishment, incredible award for an incredible CEO. As our 2021 CEO of the Year, Scott will be the cover story for the July issue of Atlantic Business Magazine. So a word of advice to all of you: subscribe now. Normally, this would be the end of the evening. But this year has been anything but normal. Which means we have one more surprise in store for you. Director, roll the tape.
Hubert Hutton was 39 years old when he became a publisher. A hockey phenom in his youth. Devoted husband and father as an adult, Hubert had no prior publishing experience, and that was an advantage. Ignorance, he says, was bliss. It gave him the freedom to dream, and dream big. His goal was to create Newfoundland and Labrador's first locally produced glossy magazine. He did just that in 1983 when he launched Newfoundland Lifestyle at the Royal York in Toronto. 6 years later, he added a business magazine to the mix. But despite a growing readership, the business ran into financial trouble until his wife, Edwina Hutton, joined the company. That's when things really took off.
They were committed to the magazine, and that was evident. They were so infectious and so enthusiastic about it. You know, if anybody knows Hubert, he's as easy as the day's long, the most positive person there is. And Mom's the yin to his yang. She was the pillar of strength, and she was the person who held it all together. And, you know, so you kind of just admired that teamwork that they had.
Hubert and Edwina came into this business with absolutely zero experience. And yet over time, because of their own determination to make it successful, they really knew that they needed to, because this was their business, this was their livelihood, so they had to make it work, and they did.
Together, they embraced and conquered the changes that came their way. Computers, digital design, the internet, social media.
We were one of the first publishing companies to have our publication online, making that investment in having a website, and that's something, you know, Hubert and Edwina really led the way on that, always ahead of the curve.
Along with producing 187 issues and almost 7 million copies of Atlantic Business, they created Natural Resources magazine in 1998. A year later, they founded the Top 50 CEO Awards. Their legacy is a unique archival record of Atlantic Canada's business story, colorful characters, industry firsts, topical issues.
It has reach, it has power and impact. You really didn't know what was happening in Atlantic Canadian business until you got a look at what was there for the feature in Atlantic Business Magazine, you know, those really meaty pieces.
And I don't want to compare it to another magazine, but it's like a regional magazine with a national quality. Atlantic Business Magazine was of that caliber.
When they do investigative stories, and they're the ones that really grab the reader.
It connects Atlantic Canadians, and as the art director, Hubert and Edwina has always trusted me with making it stand out visually.
It was just a welcoming family environment, and it was a great environment throughout.
You never felt like you were working for them. It was always a matter of working with them.
Anything that is a trusted brand, it takes time, commitment, dedication, determination. And that's the one thing that we're committed to and will continue with, is their legacy of that storytelling, that bringing the forefront of Atlantic Canada to people's attention.
It is because of their determination and dedication that Atlantic Business Magazine has grown into Atlantic Canada's longest publishing, most award-winning regional business magazine. Hubert was 39 when he became a publisher. It seems only fitting that 39 years later, he and Edwina have decided to retire.
You probably don't realize how much you've worked in your mission to bring people and business people from Atlantic Canada together. I learned more about what was happening in other provinces through you. It was a great mission. You should retire with a tremendous sense of satisfaction. Thank you.
Happy retirement, Hubert and Edwina.
I've learned so much and gained such an appreciation for your spirit of generosity and determination. Thank you so very much for everything, and wish both of you all the best.
Edwina and Hubert always welcomed me in like family. I still feel like family. I love you both. Can't believe you're retiring. Happy retirement. You deserve it.
It's been such a wonderful time, and you have been so great to us that we'll never forget the warmth you extended to us. And to me in particular. So thank you, and congratulations.
You did a great job. I'm glad to be working here, and best wishes for you and Edwina on your retirement.
Thank you for being my top CEOs, and I wish you all the best in your retirement.
Hubert, I have to say, I've always been jealous of the fact that you did so well as a hockey player, and I'm not yet ready to give up the challenge to take you on someday. Take care, both of you. Enjoy your retirement.
We want to congratulate you on your retirement.
We also want to congratulate you on building the preeminent business magazine for Atlantic Canada.
And especially want to congratulate you for the Top 50 initiative that was so important in profiling the successful business and entrepreneurs in this region.
Happy retirement. You have left a great legacy and a huge mark on the Atlantic business region.
32 years of publication of the Atlantic Business Magazine is a great accomplishment. It's a first-rated magazine demonstrating Atlantic Canadians, and you've done a first-class job of presenting that to the world.
What an impact you have made, not on just the publishing world, but on our community, on our business sector, and on our world. The real problem that I have right now is with Hubert at home, what does that do about me and my girlfriend? We'll have to see about that. All the best to you. Love you both.
You inspired us. You gave us hope. You showed us what we all could do, and together how we could build a more prosperous Atlantic Canada.
It's hard to see you go. There isn't a city or town in Atlantic Canada that doesn't know your magazine. The energy and the momentum that you have given the business community in this region will never be forgotten, and it is up to all of us to keep it up. We all wish you the best of luck. You deserve every bit of this.
Thank you and the Atlantic Business Magazine family for supporting me over the decades and my businesses through the Top 50 CEO and Business Hall of Fame programs, and for providing an outlet to showcase entrepreneurs and business people and businesses across Atlantic Canada, and quite frankly, a platform to celebrate those successes.
The hard work and dedication over the years, we'll never forget it. And I think that they now are on this new journey together. Guys, congratulations. You are the best.
You deserve the best. Enjoy your retirement. Live life to the fullest. We owe you so much, so much. We'll always miss you here, but you'll never be forgotten. Never, ever.
Thank you for trusting us with carrying on your legacy. Happy retirement from the bottom of my heart. You know, enjoy every moment. You truly are the best of the best. Love ya.
Thank you for showing us that dreams really do come true. Happy retirement to you both.
Hubert, Edwina, we love you guys. Sincerely wish you all the best on your next adventure. Well, this has been an absolutely amazing event. Thanks for watching. Thank you for putting up with me. Hope we get to celebrate in person next year. See you then. Cheers to you all.